Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Denmark. Today the main focus will again be on the Siege of Mercia, but other than that I'd like to focus a little bit more on what's happening on this island and around this island. Because before I started recording I was like thinking about all these units sitting here not doing anything, and I decided to use them a little more proactively, because there are some tiles that I can use to control at least coastal tiles. I already gave the order, so for example I can have two range units, actually three range units even, here that can control these two tiles. Then I can have a range units here that can hit these two tiles. And actually I came up with this idea thanks to this ironclad. I realized I could attack from this tile. So I reorganized the positioning of these units a little bit. Then also with the land units that we have here, I've given the order to one of the tercios to move on this island to prevent barbarians from spawning. I think if we sit here, we will then get complete vision on everything down here, so it won't be possible for barbarians to spawn on any of these tiles. And I know it's quite unlikely, but we don't have anything to do with our tercios anyway, at least those that are sitting here. And if barbarians spawned in this island, they would most likely spawn with some ships. And we don't have anything to protect our trade route, so if our tercio that's sitting here not doing anything may as well sit here and not do anything, except he'll prevent barbarians from spawning. That can potentially be a problem, right? So it's a better use of that unit. And then I was also thinking how I can finally get rid of this Russian fort. I think instead of trying to take it from land, I could try to take it from the sea. I could just try to get to Giza, get coverage for one tercio, for one turn, to sneak him through here, and then land maybe even on top of the fort. I actually don't know how this is gonna work, how the movement will get blocked when I'm moving from the sea. But it might be possible to just disembark and pillage the citadel in one turn, and then I wouldn't be taking the damage from being near an active citadel, right? So it would be easier to survive. So I want to try that. But before we do it, and before we even end the turn, there's one more thing that we want to do. And that is finish imperialism. We get Civilizing Mission, so that's money when we conquer a city. That will be good once we break Spain. And captured cities can catch up faster, yeah, that's nice as well. Okay, but actually, more importantly, the finisher. We get Pentagon, which is, I think, still far in the future. I'll have to check where exactly Pentagon is. Air units also, that will take a while. Iron Sights is the most relevant part. That is a really strong promotion that we get right away. And then Fate Buying Admirals will be relevant at some point, but not yet. Okay. Civilizing Mission. Yep, that's what we want. And I wanted to check Pentagon. If I remember correctly, it's here. This is not Pentagon. This is Hall of Honor, or... Oh, it's here? Yep. $33 discount for... Actually, let's talk about the discount next turn, when we get our social policies. I mean social policies, tenets. Just checking the rest of the description. Increased military cap in every city is also nice. Okay, but we'll get to that on the next turn, because there's one more discount that we can get on upgrades. So I want to actually see both of those discounts, and maybe there is something interesting to discover, at least for me. Okay, now we can end the turn, unless I missed something. I don't think so. Okay, so first... we give the order to the worker again, and now we keep an eye on the Russia. They bought a ship, I think. it's a long turn. It seems like they're moving quite a few units. Just not a good sign. But we didn't see anything, and now Spain. I don't think we have lost a single unit. We've taken quite a lot of damage, but we have admirals to take care of that. We have a great merchant. Okay. Well, first, let's get rid of all these pop-ups just in case there is something important. Here, free Fusilier. Yeah, let's give him drill, and I'll send him. Gonna do it first. So can I want him to embark and then move through the sea. Yeah, I'll just get rid of a few workers. Don't have anything for them to do. And they cost us money. It's not much, but really don't need them. That's the merchant. Promotions. So this is gonna be Swift Strike 3. Actually, oh, that reminds me of something I wanted to do. Okay. Targeting. Move south as quickly as possible. Here we have a frigate. They'll move as well, and we want to upgrade it along the way. You will move here. You can pillage the tile and start moving south as well. We're gonna need most likely more melee units around Mercia. But before I forget, I'll cancel one ironclad that frees up another coal. I'll just upgrade another corvette, probably this one. I'll just get extra movement. We'll have to wait for next turn, most likely. We also have a corvette here. I wanted to position in between these islands, because that gives us more vision. So there is a corvette in front of Elephantine, but might be just a random unit. I want to know about these things, just in case. Fortify. Now. More pop-ups. Let's just solve this. And then we start thinking about the more important stuff. You can get City Assault. Let's get ready to pillage more tiles. We have already taken way too much damage, so let's retreat. And now, the ideology. So, usually, in the past, before the nerfs to order, I would just go order, wouldn't even think about it. But two very important social policy tenets from order were nerfed. People's Army and Academy of Science don't give the appropriate buildings in all cities anymore. They just give the free building in the capital and then 100% boost towards production of that given building. But getting a building in half the usual time or getting it for free is a huge difference. And it's actually such a difference that now it made autocracy competitive with order. Before, autocracy wasn't even close. But now, I think, especially in our current situation, autocracy is probably better. So that's what we're gonna do. We will take autocracy. And there are two very interesting tenets, at least when it comes to level 1, that I want to test. One is a New World Order that reduces distress in all cities, and when we check our happiness, distress is a bit of a problem. So that's one thing. Also, it helps with boredom because it gives culture. and also gives production and speeds up production of constabulary's police station. So this second part is quite relevant as well. But I won't be taking this tenet first. I will take military industrial complex before that, and that's why I wanted to talk about the discount for units on this turn, because this gives us 33%. We already have 35% from imperialism, so this gets us to 68. And when we add up or add the discount from Pentagon on top of that, we are suddenly talking about 101% discount on unit upgrades. So does it really mean we will have free unit upgrades? Or am I missing something? I think this really should mean that we get upgrades for units for free. Technically, we should even get gold for upgrading units, because it's not 100% but 101% discount. That's probably not going to work that way. But I definitely want to test this. So this will be a real start, and we already start taking advantage, of course, of this almost 70% cost reduction. Because I noticed one thing. Let's take this tenet, and then I'll continue. It may even give us a little bit of happiness because of the science, but probably not. Actually, it was, what was it, 5 happiness? It's nice. And unexpected. But what I noticed is that we already have access to units like Gatling guns. And look at that. Crossbowmen everywhere. Except like one musketman. So basically all our units, except maybe ironclads, are one tech behind of what we have available. And in some cases, we are even 2 tech levels behind. So we are, although we have like technological lead over all the AIs, we are not using the lead. Yeah, we really should fix this problem. So that's why I want to focus on this these discounts like right way, and start upgrading units basically everywhere. I'll probably start here, because I don't have time to move our units back to friendly territory from this battle. But once the battle is over and we have the city, we'll of course start working on that as well. Okay, enough talking, let's do something. Now, around Russia, we probably can move a little bit closer, so let's start with that. Can move. I still want to stay out of bombardment range of the city. Move. Move. Want to see if I can move this Tercio to that citadel. We'll move back. We'll move forward. Send the admiral. How much do we have to pay for upgrades now? 505. Well, compared to that, 1600, it's for... No, 1660, it's for the ironclad upgrade. For, to get the cruiser, it's 585, the original price, and we managed to get that down to 505. Well, that works really well so far, the focus on those discounts. Where do we start? Actually, we can upgrade inside of our vassal's territory, right? So I'll probably get this one first. You can just move closer. Okay, here. We'll spread our religion. You can move to Samarkand. I was thinking about using that merchant for a town, but I think, especially now with all these discounts for upgrades, that cash that we can get is a lot more important. So I'll just go to the closest city-state, get the money, and upgrade like 3 units thanks to that. 480. I also wanted But I don't have enough for this. I wanted to get one... where it's a field gun. Because it has indirect fire. And if I get vision here... I'd be able to use the indirect fire to shoot over these hills in case there are ships at some point sieging Elephantine. Let's just wait. 45. Move 45, 45. Okay, this is all fine. I don't want to move too aggressively. Oh, I thought I saw a Russian unit around Almaty, but it was just the sign. Okay. And Spain. Probably gonna need a heal, so let's start with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Also 2, and you have 1. Okay, so one of the 2 admirals that can still be used twice. Actually, maybe I can even do it this way. Okay. Because we definitely need healthy ironclads to shield our squishies. Now, you can move back. First, we have to take care of this frigate. Or 6. Nice. Now, corvette. I'll move a little bit more. There we go. So that's one problem solved. That's the easy part. 45. This is also easy. We can just hit the city. Actually gives us maybe enough money for this upgrade. Good. I want that upgrade even before these frigates. I just want to move the field gun in position. Okay. But we'll have to retreat to like a better defensive line because there's just too many Spanish ships and we'll have to fight while retreating. So, where do we start? Can't use this frigate anymore, I can't use this at all. I prioritize the heal over an attack, but an attack. I'll start creating the new defensive line to make sure I don't screw up with positioning of my frigates. This will be a kill. Move back. How many attacks do we still have? Only 2. In that case, how are we gonna do it? I'll be here. I'll go back. Get that kill. We have to position around this Mongolian caravel. It's quite annoying. or... Okay. Now, these two ships are very exposed, but I just can't do it so that no one would be exposed. I'm hoping that they'll just split their attacks enough so that both survive, although honestly I think this ironclad is gonna be destroyed on this turn. But well, sometimes there's just no other way and you have to accept losses. 45... Make sure we have everything covered with admirals. And move one tile to the south, and that means we can send this one somewhere to the middle. It just feels better having them positioned like this. Fortify everything, and we'll see what happens. Okay. Next. Yeah, don't worry, you are safe. Russia bought a ship. Jerusalem declared on us. There's an ironclad moving south. So far, so good. But this will be the crazy part. I think that Mongolian caravel I was complaining about just saved our ironclad. So, barely, but survived. So that's the important part. Again, let's go through the pop-ups and then we focus on fighting. This is quite a lot of culture. Not bad. Liberation possible, that shouldn't mean anything. Barbarians somewhere. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Spain has replaced, yep. What is this? Oh, there was a ship here that just isn't there anymore. I don't know where it disappeared, but it was a corvette, I think. Maybe it just died to the Citadel, it's possible. We have 2 unhappiness from religious divisions. Maybe we can do something about that. Let's buy an Inquisitor. Next turn I'll buy a missionary and we'll try to remove it. 2 happiness from 1 city because of religious divisions. That's like a good deal. We can easily get rid of that. I think I'll just lock the lumber mill. Looks quite decent. I don't think that we can get anything better. Locking the forge would actually give us less because Undi would never get, excuse me, never get a great engineer. Yeah, this is fine. So what's... I have to grab a drink. Okay, second is Memphis. Let's see. Can we work both specialist slots? Nope, you'd starve. How many buildings do we still need? Not that many. Still starving like this. Okay, fine. Another sea tile. It is. And I think we build a grocer. Oh, and this ironclad. I hope it's just a one random ship scouting. Jump across. Maybe we can do some damage. We have quite a few crossbowmen sitting here doing nothing. Nope, I'm still not done. Another one. And another one. I managed to get it down to 48 hit points. That's not too bad. Production. You have one seaport. That is nice. Specialist skills we are not working. I kind of want to work them here. We are 8 turns away from growing. Now it's 26. Okay, so we wait for the city to grow and then we lock those specialist slots. And I have 2 unhappiness from boredom, so maybe zoo is worth it in the end. It just gives that +1 flat happiness, and it reduces boredom plus gives culture on top of that. So it might actually help with the boredom as well. This could be 2 to 3 happiness from one building even. It's probably worth it. Constabulary finished. Let's actually build all of these cheap buildings. Can be done in like 2 or 3 turns. After that, definitely a bank. Then probably a windmill. Okay. Russia first. Third. I think I know what happened. There was a corvette that attacked our ironclad. And that it somehow died around the citadel. Is that possible? Oh, probably. That's weird. Whatever. Well, the ironclad definitely has to move back and heal. Come on, Egypt. What are you doing here? I wanted to move on the tile. I think we can still get the kill here. So it already paid off. It's probably the corvette that was here just moved back. How much money do we have? 500. Is that enough for an upgrade? It is. Thinking if I should move closer to the city. Fortify. How far forward can we move? Oh, there are some ships coming. 3 ships, that's not too many. I can move one more tile. Yeah, I can move one more tile. Okay. 3 ships are not a threat. Back. Oh, hey. I was right. There is a barbarian camp. Oh, I was right. It was just a lucky coincidence, but there is a ship. Okay, change of plans. You are moving south. And need to get rid of the galleys before he does any damage. Probably start attacking. How much damage was that? We're gonna need the help there. It's quite a lot of damage. I didn't expect the city-state to do that much. But well, it was still worth it. And pillage 2 more tiles. Move back. And move back. Explorer can pillage. 45. How aggressively do I want to move? There is nothing. Maybe I could... do something like this, and pillage this tile. Hit the city because we still get the experience at least. And upgrade to a cruiser. Let's see if Russia reacts somehow. 45, 45, 45. Oh, whatever. Let's just get more followers. How does it look like here exactly? It worked quite well, because now I can use these ships to just attack from the north. There's an exposed frigate, for example. I still have to be careful. I probably don't want to move too far forward from this defensive line. Okay, where do we start? Maybe let's start with this. All the way, yep. Oh, I don't want to attack. I want to move and get my kill. 45, 45. Okay, I'm definitely not using an admiral to heal only 2 ships. Let's move them back, and we probably use an admiral next turn. Here I'm trying to see there are more ships coming. I don't want to overextend. $45. Okay. Let's see if I can still get rid of more than 1 ship. I think this is probably the best I can do. And then I won't be able to retreat far enough. So let's block this tile. 45. This tile. This tile. We still can use a few ships to attack the city. Now, the caravel is in the way a bit. If it wasn't there, I'd be able to get rid of the frigate, but on the other hand, it saved most likely our ironclads during the previous turn, so I shouldn't complain about that. Yeah, I'll just do some more damage to the city. 1, 2. Yeah. Or do we have one more? No. Okay. 45. And again, that's the problem of this ironclad, and I have to occupy this tile. Hopefully it will survive again somehow. Now we can end the turn. Again, our worker is probably gonna complain. Oh hey, there's another frigate. Fine, I'll just keep it inside of our border. And actually, get more money. Means more upgrades. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? First of all, why is the Fusilier moving so slowly? But doesn't matter, we just want to stay away from that corvette. But what is it doing down here? Just checking if it can cause any problems. It can pillage a tile, but that's about it. Okay, whatever. But with the extra money, we can get 2 upgrades. 459. How much is an upgrade to Gatling gun? 360? I could do that. Maybe move the Gatling gun, like replace the crossbowman on this tile. Do something useful with him. Okay, but now we end the turn. There is the Russian fleet. It's too late, but it seems that we didn't lose anything again. Archaeology, let's see how many antiquity sites do we have. Not that it really matters, because they are very low priority. Archaeologists are so expensive that we just can't afford to waste production on them. But first of all, let's check all the pop-ups. Yeah, 18 antiquity sites, and we don't care about them at all. I won't even check where they are. Incense to Japan. Sure. 6 gold is fine. Russia is protecting Jerusalem, don't care. Fish. Actually, this fish isn't in the range. I will lock it. I'm not sure if I can afford to buy the workboat. Let's just build the workboat. We need every bit of gold for upgrades. Correct is growing. Why would I want to work this horrible tile? I'll just block another sea tile, I think. Yep. Okay. Start with Russia, actually. Thinking if I can just handle this and go aggressive. Where's Admiral? That's probably an important unit. Look at the damage from the cruiser. Wow. A little bit missing. Or 5. Okay, if the cruiser ends the turn here. Sure. 3, 4. Oh. Want to see what's behind the city. I'm gonna do something risky. Let's block this side of the city with cruisers. Okay. I think we see far enough. So that we can somewhat safely do this. I probably have to block this tile, make sure that no ship can leave the city. But I just realized now I exposed my cruiser way too much. I hope I don't lose it. No, I can't protect it now. Well, let's at least send the Admiral in a position where it affects the cruiser. 45, 45. This is safe. It's perfectly fine. How much money do we have? Probably better to wait for the range support. Okay, and there are a few ships. Shouldn't be a problem. Fortify. Now what about the Gatling gun? Just move safely. We know about the ironclad somewhere. Wait. Move out of enemy territory. And what do we have here? It's the same decision again. Do we want to move aggressively forward? Just move the defensive line. I think I'll make a cut here. Give myself some more time to think about this. I'm pretty tired today. It's already almost midnight. But I still have one episode from the Austria Let's Play to record. So this episode might be a little bit shorter. You didn't play that many turns, but I really can't afford to make mistakes here. And I think we are quite close to breaking Spain. It's still 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 ships. But doesn't look like there are reinforcements behind coming to help again. This might be like the one of the decisive moments. Yeah, let's make a cut here. So, as usual, I hope that you like this episode. I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again. And until then, have a good time. Bye-bye.